Hey everybody, welcome to Jackrilla. Today on the show, we're going to talk about one of my favorite things to do: try new food, try a new place, see the vibe, the drinks, the food, how well you get treated there. And today we're going to talk about a place called Craft Coast Beer and Tacos. They have two of them. There's one in Oceanside, but the one I went to was in San Marcos, California, just off of Las Posas, off the 78 freeway. But what you're about to hear is us describing our great experience there, and I hope you enjoy. So, I'm 54's coming up. And I'm trying to determine what I'm going to do with my birthday. Yeah, 54. I have a vision of finding some cool places to go to. We had a good night the other night, and I kind of want to do it on the par with that. And I think I want to spend it in LA. So the other night we go out, as an example. I was after work, and I was in San Marcos, California, and we started early. This place that I kind of discovered. I discovered, of course, it's always been there, but it used to be another brewery spot right there on, Grand and Las Posas in San Marcos, right off the freeway. But let me see what it's called here. Is it called Coast Brew? Coast Brew and Tacos? It's called Craft Coast Beer and Tacos. Which I have some experience with a place in Escondido has a similar name, which I don't like at all. It's terrible. Okay, I don't know about the tacos, but I went there a couple times, and wow, just wow. So when I heard the name of this place, I was like, no. Is that where? There's another one? There's another one of those? No, I don't want to go there. But the guy I was meeting there says, no, it's good. It's good. Just come on. But the day before, or the 2 days before, he'd taken me to a place called Churchill's in San Marcos. And it's been there a long time, I guess. I've driven past it 1,000 times. But I'd never stopped in. And if I did, it was just long ago, and I just didn't happen. So I kind of trusted him when he said this. So we go over there, and I was just blown away. The people are cool. They make their own beers. The beers were better than I've had some other. I'm not a beer guy. Let's just get up front with it. I'm not a beer guy. I drink beer, have drunk beer, but I don't think of beer first. When someone says, hey, you want something to drink? I don't think of beer. I don't, I like, as far as it pertains to wine, beer, maybe some spirits sometimes, but it's typically not beer. So I'll go along. Let's go. I'll have something. I'll figure some kind of beer when we get there. Beers were good. They were good, and they were good. And then they said, okay, there's going to be tacos, or obviously some Mexican food. And there was a trailer outside. Really, this is all very, very put together, right? Very clean, very fresh looking. That's obviously a newer place. And there had been a brewery there before in this building. So the concept's good. It's very airy and open. Lots of open windows and doors all the way around. People were cool. The food was, and I'm going to say this, I've eaten a lot of Mexican food in my life. Not typically, again, not the first food I think of when someone says you want to eat. And I really go off my stomach. My stomach is infamously not thinking Mexican food, because I've eaten a lot of it. But there was something different here. Like a couple years ago, I went down to Chula Vista to find what's it called? Tuetano tacos. They were making they were like one of the first birria in San Diego, I guess, or they made a good birria. So I went down there, drove all the way down, and it was good. But again, it was very messy. The tacos are very messy. I remember having oil dripping down to my elbow. And I was just like, I don't want that experience again. And the guy said, you have to have the birria. I was like, okay. So I just ordered a birria taco, and then they had something called mulitas, which are, I guess, is like a meat and cheese inside of 2 fried tortillas, corn tortillas. Okay. So I ordered them, and I just, I wasn't expecting a lot. Just, because I wasn't expecting a lot. Wow. Was I surprised? I was just surprised. What did you think?
I thought it was really good. The birria tacos were delicious. The mulita, yeah, it's a little much. Too much.
Cheese and meat and all that in one spot. It just didn't come together the way that the taco did.
No.
The taco.
Yeah. Did you know this place? I mean, they have a nice place in Oceanside, is where they started out.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Go there?
I heard it. I heard about it just now, like when we were looking it up.
Oh,
but I've never been. No. And if I have been, well, where is it? Do you say where it is? Is it on the coast?
Yeah, well, it's called Craft Coast.
No, I don't mean like near the coast. I mean, is it on PCH in Oceanside?
It is on Mission Avenue, right where we lived.
Whoa. Okay. No, I never get to Mission Avenue in Oceanside because it's not near the freeway, and there's really no.
It is very near the freeway.
No, the freeway crosses it. You know what I mean? But it's not something that you could say, oh, yeah, I get to Mission. That area just doesn't seem to draw me in for any other reasons. Like when I remember living there was the high school. There was
the movie theater. It's near there.
The movie theater.
Yeah, it's on Mission.
What movie theater? Where's the movie theater on Mission? I'm trying to figure.
Mission and PCH or whatever the, Mission. What's that street? Is it Mission?
Movie theater. Oh, you mean right down on PCH?
Yeah.
Is that where they are at that intersection there?
Looks like it. Really.
Okay.
Close to there.
Okay. Well, that area there has gotten really, really, it's really busy. It's very busy there because it's not far from the hotels, just a block or two over.
Right there. That's why I feel like I'm sure you've seen it.
No, I don't doubt that we've been around it, but when you're driving through there,
yeah, you're
just trying to get through, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. You're just trying to get in and out because it's so congested for me. Like you talk about LA's traffic. This is wow. Yeah. So, but I mean, when we were there, 2001, when we moved in there?
Oh, yeah.
It was nothing like it is today.
Yeah.
It is a different place now.
Thank goodness.
Well, you know what? I don't know if I like it. I mean, look, let's say it like this.
Yeah, I do.
In 2001, it was Ruby's down there, diner on the pier. Rest in peace pier.
Down? Yeah.
Well, Ruby's had gone a few years ago during the COVID, I think.
Oh.
But the building was still there.
Oh.
Yeah.
But there was no business.
I don't believe it was open for anything, as far as I know. And I only know this because of the article I read. But rest in peace, the pier, because I don't know I think they're going to try and build it again.
Yeah. You have to, I mean.
That's probably very expensive. It's probably a very expensive project.
It's got to be done.
Okay. There it is. So, I don't get to that space very often. Like there are places on our yard. I don't get there. Sometimes, have you stood in this spot? I stood in this spot about 10 years ago. Yeah. So anyways,
all right. Well, this place though. Yeah. Apparently they started off in Oceanside and then they just opened the one in San Marcos. I don't know when, but.
Yeah. Well, I don't know when it was open, but it's now my new favorite place to go.
It's convenient for you. That's for sure.
It's certainly convenient, but the beers are certainly requisite. Again, not being a super beer drinker, I've drank beer. I like certain beers, but if you said, "Hey, are you a fan of sours?" No. Hey, I heard a new thing though from my buddy John. Shout out to John Pignate, JP, I call him. He's he loves wines and beers and things like that, and he talks about them a lot. And he turned me on to this place, but he told me, he says, you know what? Think of it like this. What if you had a sparkling seltzer and you drank that sour beer and thought it oh, this is not a beer. This is actually sparkling seltzer. And when I did that, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Because to me, it's...
See, and I think this is one of the things where, yeah, you should definitely do that. And you, of all people, should do it, especially because we went to those wine tastings and pairing the food with something, knowing that, oh, okay, this is going to bring out this or enhance this or whatever. It totally changes the
Do you mean a Total Wine in San Marcos?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if you would go to that wine tasting, they're like, we tasted some wines that I thought were absolutely horrific,
Yeah.
but paired with the right food, weren't so bad.
Well, that's funny because I had a similar experience when we went to that wine tasting. By the way, I think it was $20, and you could taste like 8 wines, and they pair it with little food, snacks, and things. Not necessarily the exact food you need. Like if it says white fish, and they didn't really have white fish, but good value and certainly educational. But what I learned most from it is that certain wines, the only way to drink them is to pair them.
Well, that's exactly that's it.
If you have a wine and you don't pair it, you might as well throw it away. Mm-hmm. In my mind.
Some of them will taste like absolute
trash.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like you said, there was that one I tasted. It tasted gross. It tasted like you said, pencil lead, and they said it in the description. There's essences of pencil lead. It tasted like pencil lead.
Like graphite.
Sure.
I'm like, yeah.
This is
why
horrible.
do I want that?
But then
understand.
When we tasted it with some food that kind of worked, I was like, oh my God, it's so delicious.
Well, I wouldn't go that
I
far.
did.
But
I did. I was like, this totally works. Totally works. But I don't know why you'd want to, why would you want to narrow your market down to be that specific? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, well, let's say it this way. You've crafted a wine and you say this is best paired with an Icelandic cod, but you live in Arizona. Okay. Not a lot of Icelandic cod just laying around in Arizona.
You don't know that.
I'm just saying, it's just a guess. So why would you want to just narrow it down to something so specific that it would only work under these conditions? Why don't you make a wine that's more broadly appealing? Just an idea. So, but that taught me that from the tasting, and we'll do more of them. But
I asked you to sign up for 2 others, and
we will.
They're sold out.
Well, when more come, they always come. Every week they have them. But I totally understand. We should go. So back to craft beer and tacos. Is that what it's called? Coast Craft Beer and Tacos. Is that right?
I don't.
Anyways, let me look at my phone.
Let me see. Let me go back. Craft Coast Beer.
Craft Coast Beer and Tacos. Location is 1325 Grand Ave, number 100, suite number 100, San Marcos. It is. I really do hate to even mention it now because it's so easy right now for me. Okay, I get off where I'm at and I just drive down the street and there it is. And you can go in there and get very nice food. You can get some decent beers. And the location was just so good the other day. This time of year, right in that area, it was breezy. It was sunny out. The people were there. The energy was good. It was the right. Everything came together that day. Service was fantastic. I wish I recalled the name of the person that was coming around helping me. I think her name was Rebecca. I don't know, but there was a lady there that was.
Sounds right.
Yeah, she was just super helpful. Gave out some samples. Was nice about it. It was great. So if that's your name, Becca, shout out to you. But I am most appreciative of this place because I have been very, very hard pressed to just find some place that isn't like a Chili's. You know what I mean? Now, Chili's is great.
Yeah, I was gonna
Chili's
say,
is great.
no offense to Chili's.
I know, as I said, but what I like about let's say Joe Joe's when I was younger in Long Beach, what I liked about it was just the ability to just, you're not far. You just find a spot to park. You roll in. You simply order a beer. It's not like you have to, I want to sit down, get a menu, wait in line. No, you just walk up to the thing. Even if you stood and had your beer, you could just do it very, casually. And then you could order some food casually. There was no, hey, we got to make a reservation. There was no, hey, can you do this or that? It was just easy. And I'm hard pressed to find that often where we are. Maybe, and really, Joe Joe's was nice because I had a conversation with somebody the other day about Joe Joe's, and what was so nice about it is that it was designed. I think many aspects of it were designed for the very thing I just said. Very casual. It's a blue collar town at the time when it was done. 1925, I think, is when it was made, and the way that it was designed is that it was narrow, and it had just a few seats, benches. In the back, they had pool table. They had a separator between the two different halves of the building. So there was two very different feelings between the front half of the building and the back part of the building. The back was kind of cool and dark, and the front was more sunny and lively. But what was nice about it is that the doors, the whole part of the front of the building, they were, what do they call those doors? Were they accordion? Mm-hmm. The accordion, all the doors can accordion. So the whole front of the building can be open. And then they had the bar extend kind of close to that door. So when they opened it, you could stand at a bar instead of sitting. So it was built for this purpose. And I've just been hard pressed to find it. And now I feel that's kind of nice about this place. It's airy and open. There's plenty of seating. I mean, I don't know, plenty.
I was going to say, I don't think
there's adequate seating for what it is now. If it starts to escalate, it'll be a problem.
Yeah.
And which I might be a part of the problem.
There you go.
Is mentioning this.
Maybe not, because if you just go after work kind of thing, it's probably
sure.
Real easy
It's timing.
for you.
It's timing.
Yeah.
But I did see that we were there long enough to where it did start to get busy as we were leaving. So I almost regret mentioning this place now.
You can't
undo it. But
Lucy's got to share.
But it is good to me. This is my kind of
thing. I only had birria.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything else. So
look,
I don't know if anything else is good.
I had a molita, and as I said,
I know, but the molita was birria, right?
Was it birria?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think if you've done birria correctly, I think the other ones seem a little easier.
But,
Well, look, I just did carne asada tacos yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And
but you had carne asada here. Was it good?
I had carne asada there?
Yeah.
When did I have it? With you?
2 tacos, yeah.
No, they were birria. What are you talking
carne
about?
asada, one was birria. I had the birria. And you had carne asada.
But we ordered birria. I ordered birria later.
I know, because you liked it. So you ordered another one. So you don't obsess you about it.
I don't remember having a carne asada taco. Let's say it like that.
So not memorable.
I think, well, look, I mean,
typical?
Well, again, I don't remember having it. So if I ordered it, it was obviously, I didn't say it was bad, but obviously the birria was to me more impressive. And I don't know why. Because here's the thing. When I started eating birria just a couple of years ago, I've had it in my life, but it's become a thing over the last couple of years here.
Lots of places.
Huh?
Yeah, lots of places.
Yeah, everyone's doing birria, right? So they have the ones with the consomme, the stuff for the dipping, and they have it without, and they have it just kind of tortillas that are kind of typically bathing in the oil. I don't like that. I don't want to get messy when I eat. Crazy enough, right? Even though I drop on my shirt, I don't want to drop oil on my shirt, right? So the less mess is better for me. When I had the taco here at Coast Craft, is that what it's called? Coast Craft? Yeah. The taco, they had fried the tortilla, and they kind of fried it and formed it looked like, because it was kind of crisp in the shape of a taco. So they must take them, fry them, put them in a form of some kind to keep them together. And then, because you can do that. You can take a corn tortilla, you can have a form, fry it, and then put it in there, and then it'll just cool in that position.
Oh, I didn't notice that. You're saying it was formed like a hard shell taco.
It was, well, I'm not going to say it was formed like they do in a factory, but when I picked the taco up, it wasn't just like laying out, like all splayed out. It was kind of held itself together.
Yeah, I just thought it was, they fried it like what you do at home. Like you fry it.
Well, no doubt. But I as I said, I wasn't paying attention to like the assembly of it. I was just looking, knowing that when I was eating it, it held together rather than splayed out as I've had in other places. When it's all just laying there and you constantly have to regroup it, you know what I'm saying? Well, the taco's not exactly cooked all the way, or a soft taco. You're kind of having to put it down and then pick it up again, reposition it again, and then try and eat it again. And then you set it down, and then you don't want to set it down because typically on that third bite, it's just a end. So if you do lay it down, it won't go back together. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Let's get off that. Anyways, the taco itself was just held itself nicely together. It was crisp in this kind of formation. It was tasty. Every bite was the same. It was good. I want one right now. And they look pretty, by the way.
I'm trying to remember too. I mean, yeah, it was good. That birria was good. It's beef.
Okay.
To me, and maybe I'm not the norm. I know I'm not the norm because a lot of people don't like goat. I always want birria to be goat.
Sure. I don't know the reality of it. I just never dealt with it enough. I mean, my whole life, I just don't. It wasn't a lot of places that I remember as a kid going for birria. I remember
You're
going.
Right. It was something that was cooked at home, not from my home, but like my grandmother.
Just didn't have a lot of experience with it, you know.
But
so
and I remember going to those. Remember I told you like weird stories where we'd go to these farms and they were
don't tell the weird
goats.
stories. There's no reason. The PETA will get after us.
They were raising goats and they would make and it was delicious.
So,
but
again,
a lot of people don't like goat because it's too gamey, right? It's just too strong of a flavor.
See, I'm so ignorant of it. I don't even think of it. What I think of it as birria is the shredded meat with the oil and the tortilla. That's what I think of. I don't even say, oh, this wasn't goat or this is beef, whatever. It's kind of like the shredded part, the texture, the oil. That's really what's, for me, makes or breaks birria. In this case, it's made because it was so well presented for me. Even the picture I took of it is pretty. Like the oil makes that glistening, oily tortilla because it's fried. It makes it kind of translucent, and then you got the beautiful ingredients with the fresh cabbage and all. It just looked good on the plate, and then when you put it in your mouth, it was like, oh my god, it's even better. So I'm a big fan of Craft Coast. Okay, I haven't been to the one on Oceanside.
You keep saying
Coast Craft.
Let me look it up.
Oh, geez.
No, let's get it right.
Let's get it right. Craft Coast.
Craft Coast Beer and Tacos.
Yeah, Craft Coast Beer and Tacos. Again, San Marcos.
Or Oceanside.
Yeah, I haven't been to the one on Oceanside yet. That area is a little congested for me.
People there.
So yeah, go to Oceanside. Oceanside's better. But yeah, I'm definitely going back. 1,000% I'm going to be there.
We can
Because
try their other tacos or whatever.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if I had one suggestion, again, this is just being cheap and personal, I would say, could you get like a monthly beer, like a lot of places are doing now, like a $5 pint of beer? That would be great. That would be really attractive to me because I'm cheap.
I don't think they are. They're like. They're
not hurting
people.
They're not hurting. I understand, but again, if I'm
being selfish.
Yeah. If I'm being selfish and cheap, like you said. So. But and I'm just saying, maybe just have one special for me. Just this one too.
Just for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
I gotta look up. I'm gonna look it up right now.
You gotta pick that mic up towards your face too. That's what you should really have to do. Just turn it up. Yeah.
I gotta look up Frida's Tacos.
Again, I've had theirs.
I know. I just gotta look them up. I haven't had them in a long time, so
I haven't had a birria taco there in a minute. I gotta be honest.
Right, and I'm trying to remember because I really liked theirs, and I was like, "Is there goat or is there's probably beef too?"
Well, let me ask you a question. Did you by comparison? Do you have any thoughts or memories of the differences between the two?
I haven't had the other one so long, but this one, what stood out for me is I like you said, I like the tortilla to be fried. It's bad for you, but I like that tortilla to be fried a little bit because it's going to hold up. You don't want the whole thing to fall apart when you pick up your taco.
I just like
They have to do it because birria is that's the whole point. It's cooked in this. It's slow cooked in these juices.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be wet. It's gonna be
No, I totally understand.
So they have
what I did no, but what I do like about it, let me tell you. You know how you do it for enchiladas, right? You make enchiladas.
I've made them 2 times, but yes.
Why do you always have to call yourself out? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, you said you made them like I'm.
No, you've made them more than twice. Yes, you have. Yeah, look, we've been together a long time. You made them at least for me 4 times. I'm gonna guess. It doesn't matter. Just stop with the dough. You don't need to, but the birria, as I said, when you make enchiladas, the task that I'm most memory of doing it is to fry the tortilla a little bit. Okay, not crisp like a chip, but very lightly. Drip them in the oil, the hot oil. Okay, run them through there so they start to bubble a little and get a little crisp around the edges and whatever. And then you quickly take them out and you run them through the bath of chili. So that is essentially what I think they do with these tortillas. Either that or they're frying them in the birria oil, just the oil, which I think is a possibility.
They did.
Well, the color belies that, is what I'm saying. The color of the tortilla, it almost makes you feel like they're frying the tortillas in the clear red oil from the chili. That's what it looks like to me. But again, I wasn't in the kitchen. I have no idea. But but now that I'm thinking about it, that makes sense to me. But who am I? But delicious texturally, flavor. The proportions are good. I mean, I swear to goodness, I don't eat birria that often.
I actually thought they were a little heavy-handed on the meat. I thought, wow, that's a lot of meat, and a lot of people like that.
I thought it was a good portion. I thought
totally.
Proportionally, it was put together well, and that's why I want another one now, because I feel like if I was over there in San Marcos right now, I'd go right now. That's what my stomach is saying. Yes. So that's what it's saying.
Well, it is your day off. You could.
I'm not going.
But then again,
I'm not going.
why would you do it?
I'm not going. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
My stomach right now, talking about it, is saying yes.
All right.
Yeah. But we don't have anything like that here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, tell me.
Fritas. That's what I'm saying.
No. That is still 20 some odd minutes from here. Not going to do it.
Not gonna do it.
No, I just want really again the beauty of this place is that it's just so convenient. It's right off the freeway. Just you get off at Las Posas, make a right and right. Boom, there you are. That's very cool. And even Frida's, it's not right off the freeway.
Oh no, not at all.
No, you got to dig. You got to dig for that one. You got to really want that.
Got to go into the belly of the beast,
Yeah,
as we like to say.
But you know what? Frida's is so great, though, man. And people always have their, I don't like, I like this place better.
TJ Taco.
Oh, come on, man.
A lot of people.
I know.
I've heard.
I know.
A lot of people
I'm
like that
baffled by
better.
it because, you know what? It just makes me think I have to try them again. It really does.
You know what? Yeah.
Because as I said, I did the 7 taco tour of what 2020 was it 2020?
I don't know.
It sounds funny when I say it. 2020. Yeah, I think it might have been 2019 or 2020. 2020. And at the time, I think Kennedy's Carney, which is another place that has a long storied taco history. But they won that day, that particular one. And then Frida's came along shortly thereafter, and they took over. I think for Escondido, my favorite so far is Frida's in Escondido. But I'll have to say it this way. I mean, just going to pump them up again. As far as tacos I've had kind of in San Diego for birria. And I don't know if it's goat or beef or whatever.
It depends on the place.
I'm saying this one.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Which one?
Wait. At South Coast or
Oh, no.
Craft
beef.
Coast.
I looked it up. It says
Coast
beef.
Craft?
And I knew it was beef. Yeah.
Craft Coast.
It's beef.
Okay. And you know what? I'd love to try them with the goat, but I'm saying from as a whole, a composition, not it's not goat. Well, as a composition, from the moment you see them to going into the belly, lovely, so good. I'd have two right now. I'd have two full ones right now, and that would be so satiating. So, like I said, if you're in the hood and you're cruising down 78 in either direction and you're hungry, go see them. Plus, they have their own beers, a plentiful amount.
Yeah, that's the thing that, just to put, like, there it is. It's going to depend on what you're in the mood for. If you go to Frida's, there you're going to have wonderful aguas frescas, right?
Which is a very big selling point.
Yeah. So you get that with your Mexican food, or tacos, or whatever. And over here, you're going to get a nice beer.
Yeah. And I don't doubt they have beer over there at Frida's.
I don't even know.
I don't know either.
I've ever seen.
I don't know. But you know what is so attractive, again, for me, visually, again, because I use my eyes, is even when I'm just passing Frida's on Valley in Escondido, I catch a glimpse of what must be 7 to 10 jars of colorful liquid. Mm-hmm. And I go, I want one of those.
Yeah.
Right? So that would draw me in all by itself, because they give you a big, you can get
it's a good size. I mean, you're paying for it, but it's worth it.
Well,
like, I never feel bad, really.
How much do you pay? Do you recall?
$5.
Okay. But so hold that for a moment. How big is that container? Is it 32 ounces? It's like, is it a deli cup? Like a deli cup full? I think it is. Something like that.
Maybe a little.
Okay.
It's just
I was at Chipotle the other day for lunch, and I just said, give me a drink. And they gave you just a standard paper cup. Mm-hmm. How much do you think that is?
God, nowadays, $3?
Over 3.
Really?
3 and change. No.
No, I won't buy them.
No. I don't typically buy them, but I was thirsty, and I was thinking about just going up to the dispenser and put my mouth under there just to get to say, "Oh, screw you guys," but $3.65.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just that's
just wrong.
That's
to me. Yeah. Now, granted, to make up for it, I filled it up like 5 times.
See, that doesn't make up for it. That just
it does. It does. But you know what? It's my way of saying, screw you.
Yeah, but
screw the system.
You're screwing the system and then screwing your body up in the process.
But you know what? I don't, when I'm there, I don't typically drink a lot during the day when I'm working. And so I was thirsty as heck that day. I was kind of parched, and I wanted a large quantity to rehydrate.
Water didn't do it for you.
See, that's the problem for me. Water can be, but it has to be the right temperature, the right water. It can't just be if it's some kind of bottled thing. I don't trust bottled water. But that's a different conversation for a different show. So back to Frida's. They're lovely, and they're aesthetically. I love Frida Kahlo. I think maybe my appreciation for Frida Kahlo came after the movie. So, but I like Frida Kahlo. I appreciate what she does. I like their iconography on the side of the building. Mm-hmm. They have good logos and it's a good looking place. Yeah. Shout out to Roberto, the owner. Great guy. I have a video. I still am going to post that video again. I posted a video of him making some tacos back a few years ago, and it's great.
I just love some of these people that have these taco trucks or have whatever taco places.
Personality.
And the way they make them, the way that they're so skilled,
so great.
They do it so often. Yeah. It's like, it looks cool.
He tossed the salsa, and did it in such a beautiful way. And again, my camera work was flawless this day.
Oh yeah,
yeah, flawless.
I remember this. This was a long time ago.
Yeah. But it was just the way he took the salsa, picked it up, and then just tossed it into the taco.
Like that dollop. Perfect dollop.
Perfect amount. Boom, ran the taco. It was like, but I caught it all on camera. Just, it was, I'm going to toot my own horn.
Yeah, yes, and I don't think you can see that when you go to the, why is it so hard to remember?
Craft Coast.
Okay, when you go to Craft Coast. it's a truck outside
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
building.
Which I
You
like.
can't see them
I
making.
like that though.
Oh, I did wanted to. I know it's not. I shouldn't say it,
What?
but I need to say it.
What?
The one thing they really need
Oh,
to improve
yeah, I
on.
remember now.
Yeah, you remember.
Go ahead.
I think they need to do better on their salsas.
Yeah.
So the salsas
Okay.
are not.
When you go to what is it? I think it was
I get it though. I
El
get
Pollo Loco. When you go to Pollo Loco, they have various salsas, and they have this one that looks kind of like a mayonnaise, not shiny like mayonnaise, but it's kind of this creamy substance. That's essentially what they have there at the. I don't know what they call it. What? Salsa it is?
Oh,
It's
I got it.
spicy.
That's Chipotle.
It's huh?
They had a Chipotle.
No, this
The little creamy one was the
it
Chipotle
was kind of a white cream though. Why would Chipotle be white cream?
because they mix it. They obviously put like mayo or something.
It's not mayo. It's not flavorful enough for mayo.
Or crema. It's probably like crema
Okay.
and.
Maybe it's to kill the Chipotle or something, to kill the
Maybe.
spice.
Well,
Anyways,
none of them were really spicy. They had
No.
a jalapeno one. Yeah, they had a jalapeno. Everything was though creamy.
Yeah.
Nothing was fresh.
yeah.
So they were not fresh salsas. They were creamy salsas.
And look, in all fairness, I didn't ask for anything more. I didn't say, "Hey, do you have whatever?"
Oh, okay. But
So
when I went over there to grab your order,
Yeah.
I didn't see any other option.
yeah, and maybe we need to ask. I don't know, but I'm willing to give them that chance to ask.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm certainly not gonna.
Yeah.
The birria taco was that good that I would go back. It's not critical, but I will say I do like a fresh salsa.
Yeah. No, I mean, if that's the case, if they don't in fact have anything like that, they need to get it.
Yeah.
It needs to happen because I just love the place. I just think it's such a great place. I don't even want to bash them in any way,
I
but
know,
I'll say it like this. Yeah. You get yeah, and the $5 beer for Jack. If I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
So do that. But great. I mean, what a great place. What a great I mean, again, it's the summertime, maybe it won't be so great.
No,
Because
it probably will be.
No, I'm just saying it'll be hot. It'll be hot in there, hot and sweaty.
It's gonna be great because it'll be breezy and you'll have these cold beers and
Mm-hmm. Okay.
it'll be fun.
Okay. We'll
You'll
see.
enjoy it.
We'll see. We'll see. But right now,
We're not. I mean, it's hot, but it's not desert hot here. We're San Diego.
okay. But I'm just going to tell you, look, you know better than anybody. There's San Diego, and then there's San Diego.
Right, and
Okay.
that's not desert hot.
What I never said it was. That's you saying it. I'm simply saying that I have a friend. Shout out to Mel's Auto, San Marcos. And he's a stone's throw away. I even joked with him. I said that you're so close to where I'm at because he didn't know where it was.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't.
Doesn't he
have,
pass it?
No, he doesn't.
Oh
pass
no,
it.
it's on the other street. Yeah.
But it's like it's in a business park. It's
Yeah.
not like in a mall or whatever.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice it.
So I said, I'm in the dining room area, and I said, if you're so close, I could throw a rock and hit your shop, right? What I'm just trying to.
Yeah, it's close.
It's being facetious. You ever
Yes,
thought
yes.
about it? You ever thought of humor? Try it. Anyways, I said, I could probably throw a rock and hit you. That's how close you are. And he was, of course, the placating laugh, the way that you do. And I just said, yeah, man, it's right here, dude. It's very close. But I've been to a shop. I've spent days at a shop when my things are in there, and we're there commiserating about what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And in the summertime, no.
But you guys are also working. So.
No. It's not even that. I mean, working, you're a mechanic. So you're kind of laying down or you're standing there doing certain things, but you're not like lifting bricks. You're not building walls. So it's not, but I'm saying that we're just standing there and it's all concrete. There's hot equipment in there. Cars are running or whatever. And when there is no breeze, there's no breeze. So again, that's my only thing. I'm just, I'm not taking, it's not nothing about them, but I am saying, I know what
You're
it's,
concerned.
I know what it's like during the summer there. And and if you're at the beach, it's still hot but it's not like
Not like the desert.
inland. Oh, no, but why are we comparing it to the desert?
No, I'm saying so that you know it's not 120 degrees.
No. Well, it may feel like it when there's no breeze and it's hot. Okay, when there's no breeze to cool you.
80 degrees is too hot.
Well,
when it's no
I'm just
breeze.
saying it could be, it could be in the night. It could be 90. It could be 80 high 80s. With no breeze. And you know what? It could be muggy too because it's got some of that breeze from the ocean coming in. I'm just saying. I've been in the area. I've been there for hours at a time, and they're not far. So I do fear for that situation. But again, there'll be plenty of delicious cold beverages and delightful tacos with which to entertain you.
Correct.
So that'll maybe keep your mind off it. So if you're, I hate to say this, I'm scared. I'm scared to say this, but if you hear the sound of my voice, as a favor to, let me just get it right. I keep forgetting, so dumb.
The name
Craft Coast Beer and Tacos, as a favor to them, I'm sure they'd be most appreciative of you patronizing their business. Me, on the other hand,
Try the one in Oceanside.
I mean, as I've heard, that it is superior. Wink, wink. But I'm sure they would appreciate you going and patronizing. However, from a personal, selfish, don't go.
Yeah. No, go.
No, I'm just saying it from
Go
a
to the one in
personal,
Oceanside.
selfish. I'm just saying it's lovely, it's fantastic, but Oceanside's better, allegedly. And you'll have a much better time there in Oceanside because near the beach and all. San Marcos is a little inland, hot, and then, of course, shout out to Craft Coast. I'm going to remember that. Craft Coast Beer and Tacos. If you did have a special $5 beer for Jack, it'd be great. It'd be great. And yeah. So, hey, you're taking off? Fantastic. You have a good day. But listen, guys, anybody listening, if you know somebody who'd like to be on the show, please let them know to get in touch or tell us about them. We're looking for advertisers. We're looking for people to help out the show. We want to grow it. We want to do more with it. So all that would be helpful. If you like us and subscribe, that would be fantastic as well. That will help us justify it. And also, have a great day. Be nice to each other, and we will talk to you soon.